Hey everybody, what's the gear to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Splatoon 2. 2 videos ago, we defeated the Octostomp once again. And last episode, we took a tour around Inkopolis Square to get to know the town a little bit better. But in today's episode, we're finally making some more progress in Octo Canyon. So without further ado, let's stop for a moment so we can point out something that's pretty cool. What I absolutely love about video games is when you can see a future world in your world you're currently in. So, for example, if we look somewhere around there, we could see some of the previous worlds that we've visited before. And the same case is over here. We can see Slimeskin Garrison way off in the distance. So without further ado, let's go! So before we get started with the next level, there's something that I'd like to demonstrate real quick. What? Okay, never mind then. I don't know why she's not right there, but Mary's supposed to be in front of the map and I wanted to show some pretty funny dialogue. But she's not there. If you're a Callie, you'd be right there. But the next level we'll be going towards, I want to make sure this is correct. Yes, it is. Alrighty then. Level 16, Secret Bowling Alley, rolling through the ink. Rolling through the ink. I don't even like that song. Anywho, now we'll be playing through a bowling alley kind of level. I could really use some more data on this weapon. So we'll be using the Hero Shot this time around, and that's pretty nice. So the Hero Shot's a basic weapon, which is pretty neat. But now we're being introduced to some new enemies. These are Octoballers. And they're kind of weird, if I'm going to be completely honest. So the thing about them is that their weak spot isn't exactly obvious. I remember having a little bit of trouble with it on my first playthrough. Ah! Case in point. So, you definitely want to watch out for them, but their weak point is the Octarian that pops out of the little bowling hole thingy. I gotta say, bowling is a pretty fun sport in real life. I don't go bowling that often, but I always have a fun time whenever I go bowling and things like that. I remember this one bowling alley in my old town had like the best nachos ever, and it was awesome. Agent 4, use the Octoballers as a cover. Bring it on! Who needs some stupid Octoballers when you've got awesomeness? Alrighty then, Octo Sniper. This right here, we probably do want to use the Octoballers to protect you, unless you have skills like me. So yeah, the Octoballers. To destroy them, attack the Octarian, hiding in the finger hole thingy. That's basically what you want to do. You definitely want to keep that in mind for later, because I believe it is actually required for something. Maybe wrong about that. Alrighty then, so let's go over here. We got the Sardinium now, and now we're going to go looking for the Sunken Squirrel. And luckily I remember exactly where it is, because I practiced for once. Dang, these things are our pinheads. Did you seriously think this game wouldn't have a bowling alley level and not make that pun? What I love about the Splatoon series is that the dialogue is definitely something that I'd write if I was a video game developer. That's a big reason why I love this game and why I love Super Paper Mario. It's just so good. Let's go over here. I just want to make sure there's no nose. Okay, let's go. Speaking of Super Paper Mario, something kind of funny is that I see all the time people wishing that either the next Paper Mario game would be more along the lines of the original or Thousand Year Door, or if it would be like a straight up remake of Thousand Year Door. And whenever I see those, I can't help but think I'd honestly prefer a Super Paper Mario remake. And don't get me wrong, the original Paper Mario is pretty good. I haven't played enough of Thousand Year Door to really get a good enough feel of the game, but I've liked what I've played so far. But Super Paper Mario is, without a doubt, my favorite Mario RPG. Yeah, Super Paper Mario is without a doubt my favorite Mario RPG of all time. And I'd really love to see what that game would be like if it was remade nowadays. Now, they probably wouldn't change that much, to be honest, and not even visually, because it has a pretty good art style already. Maybe something along the lines of Color Splash's art style, but I'm not entirely sure that would work with Super Paper Mario. But I still really love a Super Paper Mario remake anyway. I mean, they remade like most of the Mario and Luigi RPGs within the past couple of years, so they do the same for Paper Mario. Alright then, now that we have both of those collectibles, we're going to be using a curling bomb to go this area quicker. And I just realized we only have 2 of these sub-weapons. We could have gotten the 3rd one a long time ago, but we haven't yet. I'll do that between videos. Wah, wah, wah. There's a Zapfish. Let's go, Eevee and Pikachu. And let's collect over this thing. Collect over this thing, what? I don't understand my own grammar, which is very embarrassing considering that I published a book. Alrighty then, let's go over here and destroy the Zapfish. You shall be my dinner, even though I'm allergic to fish. Now hiring egg collectors. No experience required, all ages and backgrounds welcome. A fun way to make some quick G. Grab a friend and join up together. I love these things. I love when they provide background information on things, like why Salmon Run exists in this game but not the original. It's because they're starting to hire around this time frame. It's just so good. The Splatoon lore is so awesome. And Marie's still not down there. Oh, what? Why are you standing over there for? Why are you over near the thing? Okay, well, I guess this is now a good time as any to show off what I was trying to talk about. The thing that I wanted her to say, I believe only triggers as he's standing over there, but we can still talk to her anyway. Huh? Sorry, I was daydreaming about the good old days. Pro tip, always find a safe location to retreat to before you engage. Hey, a bouldering wall. Reminds me of Muscle Forge Fitness. Remember, you can look around the right thumbstick. Don't forget this on the battlefield. I'm sure we're getting closer to the Great Zapfish. Probably. Maybe. Zapfish are the source of all of Inkopolis' danger, you know. You can break body shields if you hit them with enough ink. I need a vacation. Who'd have thought Agent 4 is a needy type? I just can't keep up a conversation with anyone besides Callie. I could really go for a slice of pineapple-free pizza for the future. Why do the Octarians like the ink roller so much? So, Agent 4 is sort of a talker. Dude, show your face and get to work already! It's times like this that I miss Agent 3. Maybe I should start looking for an Agent 5. I should really lock up Cuttlefish Cabin. Maybe I should start looking for an Agent 5. Alright, so this is pretty great because when you talk to Mary eventually, she'll start getting annoyed with you and will start saying things like that. Now, we probably won't be able to see every single thing she'll say during the adventures through Octo Canyon. I'll at least try to demonstrate my favorite ones. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Please be level 7. Yay, level 17! Yay, Octocommander Fortress, child of the battlefield! I could reuse some more data. Shut up, Sheldon, I know already. But at least it's a Schlosser, so that's pretty exciting. Yay, Schlossers! Whee! Okie dokie, so this is a pretty interesting level. Round and round it goes. It actually makes me get a little nauseous. Watch your step, you might just want to swim to be safe. Alrighty then, that's an Octostamp. The Octostamp is a pretty interesting enemy. They kind of remind me of... Oh goodness, what was I trying to say? I had a train of thought for something perfect that they reminded me of, but... Oh, I remember now. I don't remember their names off the top of my head, but they kind of remind me of that one enemy in Kingdom Hearts, so that's like the really big guy. That could only be damaged if you attack it from the back. I don't know why, but something about the Octostamp reminds me of that. Probably because of the fact that they can only be damaged from the back. That might be it. And speaking of which, those enemies in Kingdom Hearts, whenever I see them, whenever I play that game, I can't help but wonder how destroyed they'd be if they ever tried fighting Shulk from Xenoblade, because he has the backslash. Okay, checkpoint. Use the ink flutters over there. And destroy the sniper. Except we didn't because we missed. Now we probably could have taken the effort to upgrade our weapons, but I don't really feel like it. The thing about upgrading weapons is that they require a lot of power eggs, and It just takes so much time to do. It's not really all that worth it in my personal opinion, because you can make it through the entire game perfectly fine with just the basic weapons. And I probably will at least try to upgrade at least his hero shot weapon before we wrap up our adventure in Octo Canyon. But at this point in time, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to do that. Well, is that an Octostab DX up there? You don't see those every day. Yeah, so the Octostamps, are we like fighting them? They're just so cute. They land on their faces. They're like thwomps. That was what I was trying to remember earlier. Alright, that was the first thing that came to mind. I was also thinking of that Kingdom Hearts enemy as well. But the thwomps was what I was trying to remember, because they land on their face and they're just so cute. Octostomp DX is unsplatable. So it's to avoid you, and now we don't have any armor. Oh no. Alright, so we're gonna ignore you and go over here. Alrighty then, let's head back over here and open up the door. I really hope we didn't mess this up with this girl, because I just remembered that, because I just realized we don't have it yet. Final checkpoint. Alrighty then. Octocommander's down there, trying not to get yourself pickled, eh? I think the second squirrel is over here. Yep, it is. Yay! Alrighty then, let's over here. And take care of you. Splatterize! I feel like you've said that before. Murray, you need to get more original content. Don't be me. Remember, no Let's Player wants to be a gator. I know it's lame to laugh at my own jokes, but that was funny. And now we like the Zapfish. Whee! Clap for joy. So you do remind me most of Forge Fitness. When smoke rises from the 7 rings, the pink fish will emerge from the sea, devouring all the creatures of the land. The Book of Madai, Chapter 10, Verse 10. Alright, so now I'm going to meet you guys in the magical land of alternate save files, so let's go! Hello and welcome to the magical land of alternate save file. And we'll be playing Wahoo World on Turf War, something we have not seen yet. We have seen Wahoo World on Rainmaker before, but not Turf War. So without further ado, let's go! Booyah! Now, Wahoo World is a pretty fun stage. I don't think it's one of my personal favorites. That was a very contradictory sentence, and I apologize for that, but it's a pretty fun stage, even if it's not one that I personally go out of my way to try and play, like Mori Towers or something like that. I've been praising Mori Towers way too much the past couple episodes. Yeah, what I really like about Wahoo World is the central area. I believe this concept showed up in a Splatfest before it appeared in the main stage or anything like that, but this is still a really cool gameplay idea that I really like. Now, you may notice that we'll be playing with a different weapon this time around. We have not seen a roller in the online multiplayer mode yet. Now, the reason I'm playing with the roller is kind of silly, but I had an awesome idea for our Velo intro, which we saw at the beginning of the episode, and I just had to use it, and I just had to use a roller so to go along with it. The rollers are a bit different in this game compared to how they work in the original Splatoon. In the original Splatoon, they had a bit of a problem with climbing walls and things like that. World, there's a firework going off outside. 4th of July already ended. No more fireworks, please. It's kind of fitting that we're playing on Wahoo World and there's a firework. I don't know if anybody out there feels this way, but I really do not like fireworks. They're way too noisy, and I don't like them. If they could somehow make like a soundless firework, that'd be okay, because I like the flashing lights and things like that, but I really do not like the sound. It's too much for me. But anyway, enough of fireworks, because we're talking about the Splash Roller, and this is a perfect example to show it off. You can now use a vertical swing if you use the Splat Roller attack in the air, and this is something that is very useful, because Splat Rollers always had a bit of a trouble. I said it again! Bit of a trouble, bit of a trouble. It's a bit of a problem. Bit of a trouble is not a phrase people say. Okay. So, Splat rollers always had a bit of a problem climbing up walls in the first game because their attacks didn't have that great a vertical range. Now they do, and it's awesome. The vertical attack is also pretty great for dealing long-ranged attacks, because that's another problem that Splat rollers have. So now they can go like this, and it will fire off even further, and it is awesome. Can you go away from me? Why are these people so mean? Why are these people so mean? I just want to win a match. That's all I'm asking. Alright, how you down? We're gonna win within the last 30 seconds. And if we play like that, that's kind of cool. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Last few seconds. Last few seconds. Let's do this. Let's do this. We're manly people. We're manly people. And we're awesome, kind of. Maybe, sort of. No, we're not gonna win this one. But that's still a pretty fun match. What do you mean as this valuable team member? And now we'll be playing on the Reef. And normally I'd be more enthusiastic, but I have to say that trying to get footage for this stage has been kind of a disaster. Remember that time in the first Splatoon Let's Play when I was trying to record footage for a stage on tower control and pretty much only Piranha Pit was appearing? The same thing happened here. Only Skipper Pavilion was appearing on Turf War when I was trying to get footage of the Reef. Although the thing is, we have seen the Skipper Pavilion on Turf War before, so that wasn't all that exciting. And, you want to know what makes it even worse? Skipper Pavilion appeared 12 times before the Reef appeared once. And when I tried recording footage for the Reef, it was such a disaster that I'm not even going to bother showing it. It was just... bleh, wasn't that great. Hopefully this time will be a bit better. At this point, I'm all like, I don't even care if we lose at this point, because I just want to get this footage recorded. The reason why I'm recording footage for this stage of all things is because when I was editing this episode, I realized that I didn't have enough footage for the online segment. And what I could have done is make one stage in Turf War and the other one be a rank battle stage. But I decided not to do that because then that'd only be showing off like one new Turf War map, and that wouldn't be all that great. So that's the reason why we're playing Turf War on the Reef. That's exciting. That's the most exciting story ever, and I'm going to sell the movie rights, and it'll be awesome. Okay, I'm going to ignore you. Alright. I gotta say, this color combination, the blue and the pink, I don't know why, but it's just always so satisfying to look at, especially with the way that the ink looks in this game. It's just so pretty. This is such a pretty game. But what's really cool about the Reef is this stage, the bridge over here, this area counts as turf alongside the area underneath it. So that's something that is really interesting. Alright, so something that I incorrectly stated during the previous matches, I said that the carbon roller had burst bombs. That's true in the first Splatoon game, as I mentioned on the caption on screen that you would have seen at that point. But it's not the case for this game. They made it so that carbon rollers now have auto bombs instead. But there is a carbon roller deco that does have burst bombs, although the weapon itself is not that great because the thing with the carbon roller deco is that it's a fast weapon. It's almost as fast as an ink brush, but it does not fight well. You need to be super close to do the instant splat thing, and at that point, you're pretty much out of luck, unless you do a sneak attack or anything like that, which is not the easiest thing in the world to do. So, yeah, carbon roller deco, not that great of a weapon, but it does have burst bombs, that's kind of interesting. I know this trails of ink because it's very obvious that it was the ink brush who was responsible for that. definitely want to be careful with some rollers, and you definitely want to test them out before you try them. Because the thing with rollers is that most of them, they can instantly splat by just rolling over people, but not all of them do. And if you're using one that doesn't, then you definitely want to be careful using them, because if you play with them thinking that, oh, this one's going to instantly splat somebody because I'm just rolling around and things like that, that's not exactly going to be the best thing in the world. That person, he'd rather jump in the water than get splatted by a roller. Oh, that was hilarious. I completely forgot what I was saying. And with that, we're gonna this video off here. So thank you all so much for watching this episode of Splatoon 2. And next time, I'm gonna give it to you. Oh yeah.